Which country? Which?
Mexico.
Mexico. Okay, good. Let's do it.
Okay, let's.
Are we rolling? Is it okay? Okay.
Well, first, thank you very much for your time. The first question: what happened that makes you interested in this subject?
Well, somebody who attended my rogue film school, guerrilla style film school a few years back, he came from Japan and he said to me, I've seen this, and I immediately understood this is so big, we have to make a film right away. And I dropped everything, although I was doing 2 other films at the same time. I dropped everything and started shooting.
What was the most challenging thing to do with this film?
No, it was not really that challenging. Of course, I had to film in Japanese language that I do not speak, but it came with great ease. I always felt comfortable. And of course, I had to play multiple roles. I'm the financier, the writer, the director, my legal department. I did my own camera, but so unobtrusive, so very professional camera, but so small that people in a crowd didn't even notice that I was shooting a feature film. I got in contact through Rock Morin, who told me about him. And I immediately sent a deal memo to him in very short, very precise, simple language. And he immediately answered back, finally a samurai is speaking to me. So, and I got in touch and we immediately liked each other. And I wanted 2 things from him. Number 1, tell me stories of your everyday business. Second, help me with casting actors from your pool of people that you engage, that you send out. 1,400 of them. Today, a year later, over 2,000 already. And during these casting sessions, he was so good in somehow speaking to the potential actors in front of my camera that I said, Ishii-san, Mr. Ishii, you have to be my leading actor. And he said, okay, it would be an honor.
How many hours do you have in the shooting before you get to the editing room?
Oh, you will not believe me because you are a professional. No, the grand total of footage that I shot is a little more than 300 minutes. I'm speaking not of 300 hours, I speak of 300 something minutes. Nobody believes me. Because sometimes I had a chance only once. Film it once, like at the bullet train station. It's highly, highly sensitive security area. There are observation cameras 20 around you because there was an attempt to put a bomb on one of these trains. And I knew I could film it only once. I rehearsed the scene with the actors up in the big hall among 10,000 people moving around. And then I went down on the platform of the bullet train. It comes in, stops for 60 seconds, and then it rushes out. So when the train comes in, I started filming, and I knew I had only one chance. Because 30 seconds into filming with my other eye, I see security, people rushing at me, but they didn't know what to do and they were frantically calling for backup for security people. And I knew if I did it again, I would be arrested. So I filmed it once, put the camera down slowly, and I smiled at them and nodded at them, and we dispersed in 7 different directions. So one chance. So an entire sequence shot in 70 seconds. And it's the only sequence that I have.
It looks like the arrival of the train with the Lumiere brothers with only one shot, and you have only one shot for that.
Yes, but I have dialogue and a complicated human situation. So it's complex, a very complex scene with complex dialogue, with a complex backstory, which I invented.
What do you think about the society right now after making this film? It has changed your mind.
Well, we have companionship robots or family members for children who have the boys who have the teddy bears and girls who have the dolls. We have babysitters who, of course, represent a parent. It's not completely new, but what is coming at us is very, very, very big. And it has to do with existential solitudes. And the solitudes you can sense on Facebook, for example, where you can have 2,800 friends, but all virtual, all quasi friendships. But you have never seen these friends, you have never touched them, you have never looked in their eyes. So, of course, we live in a very virtual world and in fake news. And so it's not a singular phenomenon what we see in Japan. Japan, in this case, is a vanguard.
Do you expect, I don't know, maybe in how many years do you expect that that custom or that issue will bring back to us in this continent?
Well, you don't have to bring me back to myself. I know who I am, I know where I'm standing, and for example, I do not use a cell phone. I do not use Facebook or Twitter. So you find me on Facebook, but it's all forgeries, it's all fraudulent. So I have imposters who pretend to be me, imposters who pretend to speak in my voice and give advice to your life, but it's not me. So representation of self in the last 20 years has drastically changed. And I don't care. You cannot stop it anyway. I take them as my unpaid bodyguards. Let them do battle out there. It's fine for me.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Well, greetings to Mexico, my country that's close to my heart. Okay.
私の会社ファミリーロマンスなんですけど